Welcome to Story Time, where every night we bring you soothing stories to help you drift into peaceful sleep. Tonight's story is called The Wise Old Tortoise and the Peaceful Lake, a tranquil tale of wisdom, calm waters, and gentle moments. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let this peaceful story guide you into restful slumber. In a quiet forest, nestled between towering trees and soft hills, there lay a serene lake. The water was always calm, its surface smooth and glassy, reflecting the bright blue sky and the clouds that lazily floated by. Around the lake, tall grasses swayed gently in the breeze, and flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, filling the air with their delicate fragrance. The lake had a kind of magic to it, a stillness that brought peace to anyone who came near it. Living by this lake was a very old tortoise, known throughout the forest as the wisest creature for miles. His name was Tobias, though most just called him the Old Tortoise. Tobias had seen many seasons come and go, watched the forest change and grow, and had spent his life by the peaceful lake, observing the rhythm of nature with quiet patience. His shell, marked with the stories of countless years, gleamed faintly in the soft light of the sun. Tobias loved the lake more than any other place in the world. He would spend his days slowly walking along its edges, pausing here and there to admire the beauty of a blooming lily or to listen to the gentle hum of dragonflies as they danced over the water. The lake had always brought him a sense of calm, a deep stillness that mirrored the tranquility in his own heart. And so, each evening as the sun began to set, Tobias would make his way to his favorite spot, a smooth rock by the water's edge where he could sit and watch the day turn into night. One evening, as the sky blushed with soft shades of pink and gold, Tobias made his slow journey to the lake, his wise old eyes taking in the quiet beauty of the world around him. The air was cool, and the only sound was the gentle rustling of leaves and the soft lapping of the water against the shore. Tobias reached his rock and settled down, his movements slow and deliberate as he watched the sun sink lower, casting long shadows across the lake. As he sat there, Tobias noticed a small bird fluttered down to the edge of the water, its tiny wings moving quickly before it landed. The bird, a young finch, seemed anxious, hopping from one spot to another, looking out over the water with wide, nervous eyes. Tobias observed the little bird for a while, his heart filled with the gentle patience that came with age. After a time, Tobias spoke in his soft, deep voice, "What troubles you, little one?" The bird, startled by the sound, looked up at Tobias and fluttered its wings nervously. "Oh, wise tortoise," the bird chirped, "I cannot seem to rest. I fly all day, back and forth, always moving, always searching for something. But I don't know what I'm searching for. My wings are tired, but I can't seem to stop." Tobias nodded slowly, his old eyes filled with understanding. "I see," he said. "You are restless, and your heart is unsettled." The bird nodded, hopping closer to Tobias, as if drawn to the calm that radiated from the old tortoise. "Yes," the bird whispered, "I don't know how to be still." Tobias looked out over the lake, the water reflecting the soft light of the setting sun. "Come," he said gently, "sit with me for a while and watch the lake. There is much to be learned from the stillness of the water." The little bird hesitated, but then fluttered up to perch on a nearby branch, close to where Tobias sat. Together, they watched the lake, its surface smooth and undisturbed, save for the occasional ripple from a soft breeze. The sky above began to deepen in color, turning shades of purple and indigo as the stars slowly appeared, twinkling faintly in the growing darkness. "The lake is always here," Tobias said softly. "It does not rush, it does not chase after anything. It simply is. It allows the world to move around it, but it remains calm and steady, reflecting the sky, the trees, the stars. In its stillness, it finds peace." The little bird listened quietly, its wings tucked close to its body as it gazed out over the water. The words of the wise tortoise seemed to settle deep within it, like seeds taking root. The bird noticed how the lake did not strive or struggle, how it seemed content just to be. Tobias continued, "There is a time for movement, for flying and searching, but there is also a time for stillness. A time to rest, to reflect, and to let the world move without you. When we learn to be still, we discover that the answers we seek often come to us without effort. The little bird let out a soft sigh, feeling the truth of Tobias's words. For the first time in a long while, the bird felt its wings relax, its heartbeat slowing as it allowed itself to simply sit and watch the lake. The stillness of the water, the quiet of the evening, began to seep into its restless mind, calming the fluttering thoughts that had plagued it for so long. As the night deepened, the moon rose, casting a silver glow over the lake. The stars, now bright and clear, reflected on the water's surface, creating a mirror image of the sky above. The peaceful scene seemed to wrap itself around the bird and the tortoise like a soft blanket, soothing them both into a state of perfect calm. Tobias, feeling the cool night air on his shell, spoke once more, his voice barely more than a whisper now. In stillness, we find ourselves. In stillness, we find peace. The bird, now fully at ease, closed its eyes, its tiny body sinking into the branch as it finally allowed itself to rest. Tobias smiled to himself, feeling the quiet satisfaction of having shared a small piece of wisdom with the young bird. He too felt the pull of sleep, the soft, rhythmic sound of the water lapping at the shore lulling him into a peaceful drowsiness. The lake, with its quiet beauty, continued to reflect the stars above, its surface as smooth and calm as ever. The world around it seemed to sleep as well, the trees standing silent in the night, the flowers gently swaying in the breeze. Everything was at peace, and the lake held the stillness of the night within its depths. Tobias, feeling the weight of sleep upon him, closed his eyes, his breath slow and steady. He knew that the morning would come soon enough, and with it, the soft light of dawn. But for now, the world was quiet, the lake was still, and all was at peace. The little bird, resting near the wise old tortoise, slept soundly, its dreams filled with the calm waters of the lake and the gentle wisdom it had learned that night. And Tobias, too, drifted into sleep, content in the knowledge that the stillness of the lake would always be there, a quiet sanctuary for all who sought its peace. The night passed in silence, the stars twinkling softly in the sky, the moon casting its gentle glow over the land. And as the world slept, the lake remained as it always had, calm, still, and full of quiet wisdom. And that brings us to the end of the wise old tortoise and the peaceful lake. We hope this story has helped you relax and find a moment of calm. Thank you for joining us here on Storytime, where each story is a gentle path to rest. Until next time, sleep well and good night.